What's going on, everybody? So today we're back at another auction. Today we're up in Fort Myers. I came to this auction to see if I can pick up probably like a Ford Mustang and an on-road off-road dirt bike. I guess some people call it an adventure bike. Without further ado, here we go. So here we're just going through a lot as we first come in. They normally have it set up different ways. Sometimes you have the construction auction first, then you have the cars and vehicles, but the way they have it laid out today was a bunch of trucks and stuff first. Most of these trucks did sell between $2,000 to $3,000, so it wasn't much. It's just a bunch of F-150s. Now, a lot of the times, the vehicles that come to auction are either a surplus from a city department. They could be private sale. It could be a person just putting the car in auction, actually, which would be a private sale. So you just never know where the trucks come from. That's why when you do come to the auction and view a vehicle, you want to inspect it, make sure everything works, turn the truck on. Now this green dump truck here, dump trailer here, my buddy was looking for a truck for a roofing company that he wants to start. So went out there, check it out, cut it on, and see everything works. So I'm going to just walk around the truck and inspect it a little bit, make sure there's nothing major that needs to be repaired. The truck does turn on, the AC does work, the radio works. The dump trailer does work. The function of the trailer does lift up. I didn't turn on the video, but it does work. So it's a decent truck. Now this truck, I believe, sold for $3,500. I think the mileage is listed on there somewhere. It's pretty high, but with diesel cars, not much. Now over here we got a couple of sports cars. Oh, by the way, it's my mom who's walking past the camera. We have a Maserati Gran Turismo, and we have a Jaguar. I think it's an XJ in gray over there, which is pretty nice. I tried to convince my mom, guys, to buy one of these sports cars. Live life in style. Both these cars here, I believe that this Maserati here went for $10,000, and then the Jaguar sold for $9,500. So I didn't pick up the key fob for these vehicles because the key fob, you have to go to the front office, which is about a quarter mile of walking to do back to the front office. And I was like, you know what, screw it. That's why it says fob on the window. Any car that has a key fob, you got to go back to the front office and request a key, which I did not feel like doing that day. But I was just checking the cars out. They're pretty nice vehicles. Now up here, they also have this Acura TSX that was in a wreck before, so I believe the title is rebuilt. This vehicle did sell for $2,300, which isn't bad. I didn't get the key for this. I don't think the key was in the ignition, so I didn't turn on to see if it started, but I do know it sold for $2,300. The Subaru, I don't know what it sold for. This is manual. It's not turboed, also I probably would have bought it if it was like a WRX or something. I don't really mess with Volkswagens, but hey, it's a GTI, so I'm gonna go over there and take a look at it and show you guys the inside of this GTI. I don't know if this car had water damage or something, but the interior looked horrible, as you'll see here in a minute. But it's a 6-speed GTI. If it runs, I have no idea. If it runs, it'd be a cool little car for somebody. Now I believe the GTI actually sold for $2,000, if I'm not mistaken. 2,000 or 2,000 something. Wasn't bad, but the interior is just horrible. I don't know if it has water damage or something. Again, I didn't turn the key on. I don't think the key was in here, so I'm just messing around with the stick shift. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I finally made it down to the Mustang that I came here to check out. I don't want a simple little put around car, a little daily driver to just grocery shop and go to the gym in. Something different than driving my F-150 around. It was 197,000 miles. In the first part of this video, I could not get it to start. I thought the battery was dead, which it was. After I finally got a jump start from one of the employees, we realized the car had no gas. So he went to get some gas. We got it turned on, and you'll see here in a second clip. It's a decent Mustang. Now the Mustang, I budgeted $2,200 for this Mustang for the mileage, and if it was a V8, I would have been a lot more. The AC did not work. Car did turn on again in the second clip. And yeah, I'm not paying that much for a vehicle. Plus, you got to have your fees, the taxes. You got to pay the titling fees, and then I have to drive back to Fort Myers to pick it up. So I didn't bid too much, but the car does run. Now, again, guys, this car did sell for $2,700, so it wasn't that bad, but it was out of my budget. brief overview. A couple of dings and dents in here, but it's a 2007 car with a ton of mileage. The fact that it runs and it's running decently as far as I can see is fine. Also check underneath to make sure there's no oil leaking, which there wasn't. It kept it running for quite a while, about 10-15 minutes. It didn't overheat, so it means a decent car. But again, there's a lot of mileage. Now this is the on-road off-road dirt bike slash adventure bike, whatever you want to call it. This was a Suzuki KLR 650. I believe it was 2007 as well. It's an ugly bike, but I'm used to riding bikes, and I currently sold all my bikes recently during the springtime, and I got bored, guys. I'm bored riding my truck around. I need a little two-wheeler to get around. I miss being on two wheels. So this is the bike I was checking out. This bike did sell for $1,500. My budget was only $1,000. Why? Again, it's an ugly bike. If it was a sport bike or something I actually wanted, it's something I bid a lot higher on. So I'm just over here just checking it out. It ran pretty well. It's decent, I'm take those ugly bags off if I did win it. That's just me personally. But it's not bad. I mean, whoever paid $1,500 for this is, got a decent price for a bike to me. But also, guys, remember, when I buy things, I'm buying things to eventually sell them. So I'm not going to pay what something's essentially worth or anywhere close to it, for the simple fact that I'm buying it to use for my leisure. And then, if I get me a few $100s when I get ready to sell it, then that's perfectly fine. You guys also have to remember, you don't know what the bike might need. As you see, this bike needs tires. It most likely needs an oil change. The oil looks pretty dry, actually, so there's probably no oil or a little oil in there. There's repairs you gotta do, guys. So you gotta factor into what you're bidding on and how much you're spending on it. And don't forget the taxes and the fees. People always forget about the taxes and fees when you buy these things. So the guy that paid $1,500, it probably came out to about 18 something at taxes and fees. It clearly needs tires. Let's say that's $200 for tires. And that's just the simple stuff. So just keep this in mind when you're bidding on things. There are things you may need. Shoot, for all you know, that Mustang could need a new engine, and you spent $2,700 on it. So just keep that in account. So I'm over here, guys. I'm over here just checking out the bike, make sure it gets in the gear to move forward. I backed it up. Now you're not allowed to ride the bikes around, nor are you allowed to ride the cars around. You can turn them on, you can put them in gear, move forward a little bit, move back, but you can't physically drive them around. Now these Harley Davidsons here are huge. I actually almost dropped one. I didn't realize how heavy these bikes were, but they sold for $5,000. One of them sold for $5,000, another one sold for $4,900. Essentially the same price. So I mean, the cool Harleys, but Harleys are definitely not for me. These bikes, you would never see me on these bikes. They're too big for me. I'm a little guy. Even a small Harley is not for me. I don't care for cruisers, me personally. Now this dune buggy or sand rail sold for $3,600. I don't know if it ran or not because I had no idea how to start it. I don't even know how to ride it. It looks confusing. I don't know if this axle's broken. If you guys are used to seeing dune buggies, I don't. The wheels look curved in or something. I don't know if it's broken or what, but I didn't bother messing with it because I don't even know where to go ride this thing in. It's not street legal, so I would have no use for this. But it's a cool little machine to check out. Whoever built it. Alright, guys, we got the old reliables over here. We got the Crown Vics, the OG police cars. These things will run forever, and I'm just hopping in one of them. They all work, by the way. All the ACs work. They all turn right on. They have 150,000 miles on it. Most of the Crown Vics here from 2010, I think, goes down to 2002. They all sold for $1,000, $1,100, $1,500. So if you need a vehicle just to get around, hey, I don't blame you. Come to the auction, pick up a Crown Vic because they will run forever, as far as I know. And they just work. You can't beat that. $1,000 for a running car in 2023. Hey, it's not beat up. Granted, it is a police car, so the plastic back seats, but there's no push bar on it. There's no lights on the top. It's a decent car to get you around. It ain't gonna be the most gas efficient. It's a Crown Vic, but hey, for $1,000 in 2023, you can't beat that. Now over here, I'm just checking out the locks, the windows. I'm also chilling in the AC because it is hot outside. So checking it out, guys. You guys, like I said, you can't beat a Crown Vic. It's a reason why they lasted so long in the police world, guys, because they just run forever. And last but not least, as far as the vehicles that I'm looking at, these Ford Tauruses. This blue Taurus did run and drive. I think I'm gonna turn it on here in the video. Also, police cars. Most of the Tauruses sold between $4,000 and $5,000. Obviously, because they're newer, and I think a few of them have actually less than 100,000 miles on them. So, I mean, it's not a bad price. But guys, thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next auction. I'm out. Peace.